Now, Chemo, Sankomo, we mumia Sam Twasso. And then my whole report to be your graphic online. Me raho pound. Sammy Tuga, Pacha, obeti me the report that to her now. Me reading now, but me person bobo point now. Omode e buy anymore. Point now. Omode buy na person me boss keke. We almost say how Ghana music is now owned by Chinese. Like how the title crowd makes me angry.
Yes,
how Ghana music is now owned by Chinese.
Okay.
And normally Shatawale photo up Shatawale Abreu. Shatawale Abreu. Oh my God. Now, to the share point no raising you know. It's me reading intro ni pe. Let me read the intro first. Now for me reading intro ni we are that kind of bobo keke. I'll say in the vault of the global music industry where beats are traded like bonds and lyrics become lucrative assets, a quiet but consequential phenomenon is unfolding: the sale of music catalogs. Yanko. It says for decades, this practice has been part of the industry's DNA. Artists trading ownership of their works for immediate financial gain. But as the world tunes into Africa's sonic riches, a new question emerges: at what cost? Across the Atlantic, the debate is alive and well. Global superstars like Taylor Swift and Rihanna have fought to regain control of their masters.
After selling, right?
Yes, their creative lifeblood. Swift's high-profile battle with Big Machine Records reignited the ownership conversation, while Rihanna's buyback was a silent strategic power play. Meanwhile, legends like Bob Dylan and Dr. Dre chose differently, cashing in for hundreds of millions. Each choice is personal, yes, but it ripples far beyond the artist. Okay. Yanko. Now, I'll say when beats become business. In this chapter, they were talking about the fact that now artists are selling or are trading with their works. From Africa to the western side, many artists are doing it. And he thinks that there are some people who come in the form of doing business with you, but indirectly, they are also taking advantage of you. And so one line that I loved, it says, with that attention has come opportunity and opportunist. With that attention has come opportunity and opportunist. And here, when beats become business, they are talking about those who are trading here and there. Now, let's move on to the next paragraph. And this one, he's talking about, the writer is talking about the rise. The writer's name is Richard Adupoku. Richard Adupoku is the writer. Yeah. It says the rise and fall of Kumerica. In this particular paragraph, the writer blames the fall of Kumerica, that is that kind of craze that we were all enjoying today, Yautog and co. The writer is blaming the stall or the fall of Kumerica to catalog sales or catalog business. He thinks that Kofobi eba yamne nkorana jiji iskana jiji nkorana enyumna na sa Kumerica rise no ewuye. But enu say enyampa. Because baby sounds na de no mama nyum ne bi. Na because the oho ne agia ye bi kan we. So betima ye bi kan o twen den. Ada say ada onye musician bi. Onye musician bi ma na. Well, let's move on to the next chapter. This one says Beijing now holds the beat.
Of course. Beijing records.
The person came down and said, from their investigation, companies no back Ghana are to and how many Ghanaian musicians music trading business no. Do now free Asia, China, Beijing, Sana,
Shanghai.
What as you do now no. I don't know. That's why he's saying that Beijing now holds the beat, because ABI almost super summer starting. Sending there your Spotify near war Apple Music baby almost super summer jibako ikita. I was Beijing now holds the beat. Now let's move on to the next chapter. The next chapter not saying Mayo. Okay. I say who really owns the soundtrack of Africa? I said the upper say. And Kofana Tonyum, the Zia de Onibim, and now the Zia But just say.
So what is the danger that he's talking about?
Oh, say when Beijing or Shanghai buys the song, and now when they trade with the song, of Philly say, and then you cry Ghana for credit in Kita idiom. And now Africa. Okay, I can read it for you to get it more.
Read it.
It says, therein lies the danger. When a song is sold, so is its power. It is no longer just melody and rhyme. It becomes a monetized asset. Now, you know that online, often controlled by those with no cultural stake in its origins. Ghana's music, like much of Africa, is more than entertainment. It is storytelling, oral history, protest, celebration, ritual. It is our identity set to rhythm. To allow it to be wholesale, commodified without guardrails is to mortgage our culture. Wizkid's call for African artists to own their masters wasn't just industry stand advice. It was cultural preservation. Ownership is agency. It is the difference between creating for legacy and creating for liquidity. And also the case for policy intervention.
How to save yourself.
And also, hey, name and you move trading, Yanshani year, one shot dachi, it will be gnashing our teeth. And you know the opportunity and Kebetimia, and Kagamro for music for Ministry of Tourism, Creative Agency, Omo count your bit me Mama Ghana music ni yeto bibi abese yo mumra do mu drum and say and I'm just hey now that Frankie 5 the trot that day I went to Shatta was there so I mean that Frankie 5 no business questions no boko dey that's uni pardon no ose boko to ga sa na aka bako say Hesaka chapter ne bako ho asan so there or say music is a mineral well I know they ampa the siano omo to nyum no na me adom omo hit like gold miner omo tusa. Okay, I think say anyone no Ghana music is now owned by China and me who headlines this is graphic online tool where Ghana is supposed to be projected and presented positively but look at what we are presenting now. Kofi on it for munya the bedding. State for me and protect private fund omunya there come ya dibida but as still no I see a cost can room 3 years
like baby omo free ban odune ho a onti ase brofu I think say brofu na omo wo bi and said me de me brofu ma obi kwaji ni sika so won fi mi
yes
na nya brofu keke na otro ma me na de koye ma de bina Richard Edupoku yi brofu no atro menene na adwene o kwan bia so said o sika no nyina no o portray no ho say onim what is happening why research onim de eko but the argument no atonso and atonso because ono aka ewo ne article no mu say music no business obi talent awanya atimi atronum amana be product oton na ono akoka say oton pe dangerous like engineer no oto oyenum na one na busanfo mo no fan say dem no wonti a say den ana say obeton ne bok no dangerous ba on fanto streaming platform no on turning kakran and I like how what is the point here, what is the argument that he's trying to make here. So for me I think he is getting it all wrong. If it is because of the person who is selling or because they dislike the idea that people should sell their music to make money or not, I really don't get the angle that he's coming from. Yes. The bottom line of his argument, if I have to reason for him, will be the fact that we have to preserve our culture. And preserving our culture is not selling the music. That is his argument. But here's the thing: culture. If you define culture, then it will really take out what he is trying to argue. Like his point will be nowhere.
Okay.
If we ask him, I think since he was making an argument for preserving the culture, he should have defined what a culture is.
Okay.
Before you make an argument for that. A culture, in simple terms, is a way a group of people live.
Yeah.
Yes. And the way a group of people live will constitute the food that we eat, the songs that we do,
the dressing
that we wear, the language that we speak,
and even the period.
And then and again, even the dresses that we wear, we have people in Ghana here who design clothes and sell.
Yeah.
They are not selling our culture.
Never.
Or when you design clothes and sell, that clothes will come back to you or something. No. So there are other aspects of our culture that we are selling.
Okay.
For him, it is okay. But if you sell music, he has a problem. I mean, how? What are you talking about here?
Okay.
And his point is that they will own it. So if they own it, what is wrong with that? They have paid for it, so they have to own it.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong if you are doing business with somebody after the person buying the thing and you say that, why are you owning the property that you have bought? What are you talking about? So if you build a house in Ghana here and you sell, you are selling your culture, because even the way that we live based on the kind of architecture that we have is part of it.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that he's only concerned about selling our music, but not our food, but not our dance,
our kente,
but not our kente clothes, or the other aspect of our culture. When we sell those things, when we promote it for people to come so that we can sell to them, he has no problem. But he has problem with us selling our music. I think his argument is flawed, and the basis of it that to preserve our culture will cannot stand.
Okay.
If the bottom line is business here, and even in this argument, the guy said that it is business. Okay. Those who are selling are doing business. Okay. So I think the best way for anybody at all to say something about it or have a concern is to tell those who are selling their product that they should bargain for better deals. Okay. They should know what they are going into. They should know the bottom line of the business so that they can do a better business for themselves. Okay. Because for those who are coming to buy, he argued that they have good lawyers, they have people that they can do a good argument for you to sell to them. Yes, because they are business people. Yeah. So they will obviously convince you that it's better to sell to them. But the other side is that, do we also have people like that who can face them to give us a better deal? That's why we should be going. So the article should be talking about the artists getting advisors, getting experts who can advise them to get a better deal. Yeah. That's why we should be. Not that don't sell. Don't sell, say, oh yeah, no idea no why. Or they are got 2 platforms. So go and stream my song, so that he will get something. Now Obiaba say, forget about go and stream my song. You are not the one who's supposed to market it. I will do it on your behalf. Take this money, give me the thing, let me go and sell it. So that me too, I'll get profit. Also, you are selling your culture. Like, the argument will not hold water, and I think for those who are going that direction, they should think again. Okay. They should really think about it. And they shouldn't make it look like they have done research and they know what they are saying. They don't. Okay. Based on the way that they are coming out. They don't know what they are saying. They should come back again for us to discuss it proper.
Well, I want to read your comment as well. We've given you the basis of this conversation, or the background of this conversation, and to percent me also okay. About the conversation about artists on your business no article be graphic online, not Ghana web patch as a Ghana web for who I'm contact already me am more and talk about that and you know a friend is saying graphic online for the trust article no still Mugusu can same sir. Whilst you are watching on Agbeve TV, whilst you are watching on Sammy Flex TV on Facebook or on YouTube, I want to read your comments. Send them on our Facebook page as well as on our YouTube page. Ro, come through.
It's quite interesting. You see, I don't know why some people have this particular opinion about us selling our culture in terms of how people would want to do business with their music or their music catalog. I don't know why people have this particular perception, but I think it is the education that is not going down well. Because I'm here asking myself, so okay, if Sammy won 200, maybe a millisi 100 and 50 and I'm a ton 100 and 50. Does that mean say and no
you are losing your culture?
Me losing the culture and in fact, you see, when we want to even probe into this more, let's look at it for in this angle. We are here looking for ways and means to infiltrate people's culture with our culture.
Okay.
The people that are going to own these catalogs or these things that we are selling, mind you, their primary focus is not even in our marketing. Their primary focus of marketing these things or exploitation, yes, as much as our market may be part, may also be looking into other culture as well.
Okay.
So what are we thinking of? How do we see this particular move? Where your song will be played at certain places that on a regular one kasano and kawun to me promotion man in do. So why don't you also look at it from this angle? Say, okay, say Ochina, yeah, they assume is that the lumbanyum adakatia. Eko China. A promoting you na hit here.
You have lost our culture.
Now the difference, you see, the difference is that if they even want to trace that particular song to who owns it or who sang the song, who is behind that song, they will trace it to his other catalogs, which is here in Ghana.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if they love that thing, they will be able to appreciate whatever we are propagating here. Into international, we want to go international. How do we want to go that international? You see, the sacrifices of you infiltrating in other people's market, this is part of it. Which is why when you see Nigeria dominating in other areas ahead of other African countries, this is part of it.
Yeah.
Yes, there are some, we can all agree that there are some of their catalogs that is not owned by them. And it is part of business.
Of course. Now, when you create something to sell, why do you want? And you're dying now, see dying now. Why now profit every day?
And my point is that does that seize you people from singing again?
That be.
It sees you from reproducing and say when you gold reserve. Now I can say, oh, ye time the omo time ye no the coin. Ye to asam ye to good ye. And no crown po ye say o abrofo na betu ye gold, don't betu ye gold, don't betu ye gold. Ko bugusu tu nyina bo. Still ebi wo krom ha say ya gasa po ye tu. So if we are not able to find, and you see another interesting thing also is that whatever business that is in vogue now in terms of music sales or music buying or catalog buying and everything, it is not as if we cannot do some. This is a trade that it is not a secret something, a secret society. It doesn't belong to Chinese. It doesn't belong to Americans.
Ghana need
it belongs to everybody.
No, to catalog.
Exactly what I want. That's my point. Then they see from also venturing into that kind of business. And now say this that is my point. You see, we should, as much as our people have started introducing themselves to some of these things, it is up to us to learn more about it and even establish companies. See, that is the reason why some people are even say I'm for creating some of these DSPs for Chroma say. Some people are so passionate about it because we wish we could also have some of these businesses so that we can compete. If you cannot compete, sleep. sleep, because at the end of the day, the people that are involved are doing business. And should they back off, whatever they will get from it, you cannot give them. You cannot give them. And it is not as if when they do, almost carry and the what your advocacy should be, should rather tell them not to end it after these transactions. It's not to cut them off or go and sleep after these transactions.
Yeah.
But you should rather encourage them to reinvest back and produce more. Mr. Cocoa, yet in Okroma say, yet Tonkwa, as I am producing cocoa beer. That is why even the government tries to put certain measures in place still to encourage them to keep producing. So why don't you also encourage them to still produce more? Because the more they take them, why I foreign exchange.
Yeah.
This is another form of foreign exchange. Because the more they send it there, the more we infiltrate other people's culture.
Of course, easily. Something that we not spend money to do.
No, that's weak. No, our money. It is not if we can't spend. We can't spend money. Our money self will not reach there.
Even to a man fan call, nay, you crew muhakra, a business.
So why don't we see the and you see the caption is also very wrong and misleading.
Yes.
The caption.
Yes.
Ghana music saying. Do you know the quantum of Ghana music? Do you know what constitutes Ghana music? The fact that some few musicians in Ghana are doing business with companies outside Ghana doesn't make, like, it's not the entire reflection of the industry. People should not mistake like some of these things and just give it these bogus captions. Owned by Ghana music.
Yes.
Nanibia Gamro is China. Ghana music is China.
Ghana music now owned by China.
Let's look at the other side of it.
Let me share this with Chemo and those who are watching us. The other day, when Shatta was following this conversation, he said, that Ghana for Pan, I mean, my tongue, the Catalogue, because Catalogue, also, no, what tongue, the Catalogue, and go on TikTok, go to Hawaii.
You see, and that is why, for me, when I even heard Stonebwoy saying, oh, he doesn't believe there's any musician here whose catalog is worth $3 million or even more. For me, I was so much disappointed. Because when you see, we probably might want to trivialize things that we are doing, or maybe say certain things with the mindset of spiting others.
Yeah.
But let's also forget that whatever we say about them also comes back to reflect on us.
Okay.
And that is exactly what it means. So Stonebwoy is saying that from how many years? 20 years, 30 years, we don't have any musician in Ghana or coming from Ghana whose catalog is worth that amount of money. What is $3 million? What is $3 million? See, compared to the level of input that musicians are putting into their craft. If Stonebwoy in 2025, after Globetrotting, comes to tell us that even him, his catalog now is not worth that amount, then he should stop doing the music. He should stop doing the music because people are seeing him as one of our biggest exports.
Oh, but people may be mistaken.
People may be mistaken, but his utterances, his statements, even before making such a statement, were saying otherwise. Was saying otherwise.
Yeah, so
okay.
That is where my disappointment comes from.
Who they do the set it up.
That is where my disappointment comes from. So to wrap it up, the people should understand that music business is just like any other commodity, but there are pros and cons to it. Yeah. If you are able to do it right, you will get the right returns. If you don't have the bargaining power and you don't know how to do it right, please find experts who can help you. Now, this whole Ghana music is owned by Chinese there. The headline self is bogus more than the body.